Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to Part 3, Chapter 3 of my Lies of P Full Platinum walkthrough. As always, we're exactly where we left off, so just having a quick look around. We're in Venigni Works, and that is going to be pretty much all we're doing in this one. You can see it's a bit on the shorter side again, 40 minutes. They're not taking as long as I thought, these chapters. So, first thing I'm just going to show you down here, don't bother going down there. That is a shortcut we can use later on, so just kind of take note of that big wheel guy smashing the floor. We'll see him later, a lot later on, but it is a shortcut we're going to open up. So another easy area. Well, the whole game's easy, isn't it, at this point, with this difficulty. But first thing we're going to do is going to get a new weapon, a Salamander Dagger. So you're going to drop down here and you're going to have these new type of puppets. I don't think we've actually fought these yet. No, we haven't. I'm just thinking what we've done in the last one. It's been a while since I recorded it. So yeah, they take a bit more. So a charge R2, as always, is where I'm going to go with those, because it does stagger their attack. So rip the safe door off, Terminator style, and you're going to get the Salamander Dagger. It's not a bad weapon, honestly. It's quite fast. It's a dagger, so it's a very short distance you can hit with it. But it does have fire, so if you want to go sort of down an elemental route, you can set enemies on fire with it. You do need to put upgrade points elsewhere, though. If you're following the same route as me, then you can try it, but obviously don't start putting points into it to try and use it. Unless you want to just completely respec later on, which we can do. We can respec later, so that's not a problem. So that was that shortcut again from above. This guy, run to the left. So make him throw and then stick to the left, because that floor does collapse. But above here is a hidden Moonstone. You can climb up here later on. It's not a problem. There is a ladder there. You can see it on the opposite side. But we're going to stick to the top and just get a few things here. So we're going to across. Yeah, so these guys are definitely a lot tougher. With the way I'm set up at the moment, it's one charge R2 and then a quick 1-2 stab to finish them. These drop attacks, plunge attacks, just aren't working. Like, I'm doing one there, but just nothing happened, and now I'm surrounded. I was definitely holding R1 when I did that plunge. And remember, there is a guy to the right hand side as well. I'll tell you that now, because there he is. Don't just run and try and get the treasure. There we go. Another defense part, Belford shot cartridge. So take a look at these as you use them. I always forget which one's which. They all look the bloody same. It's not that one. It's not. There we go, cartridges. It says it in the name. Yeah, so I'm putting it on. If it's better, I'm putting it on, but do watch your weight. So that's the floor. That's where you'd fall through. Yeah, these are annoying. Try and definitely keep these guys apart. More than one of those at a time is going to be a problem. A document here. Factory manager's report. And then we're going to fight a little bit of a... It's not really a mini-boss. It's a big elite enemy. It's a new type. Thankfully, there aren't many of these guys in the game. They're a real pain in the arse. He's very reminiscent of a certain Souls boss and Souls NPC. Here we go. Louet. Self-Sword Louet, is that his name? Anyway, double shield wielding, real pain. Try and stay about this sort of distance and just keep an eye on what he's wanting. Obviously, we want to try and get behind him. You can hit him once and he will come towards you. You can obviously parry that, but as soon as you get an opening, try and do some damage, charge R2 or whatever. Or if your blue bar, your Fable bar is full as mine is, try and do that, but don't waste it on trying to go through his shields. Make sure you've definitely got an opening like that, which is what I was waiting for. And then try and do as much as you can, and you should be able to break him down quite quickly. And just keep going in. Yeah, you can parry his attacks, or not parry, perfect block like that there. He will do, if you hit his shield, he'll come at you with a single attack. So if you just tap it once, he's going to come at you. Which I'm trying to do, bait him, but then he kicks straight through it, which I wasn't expecting because he doesn't usually do that. The big swing. There, he was going to do it then. He was always going to do it then. And again. And yeah, I was hoping I'd hit him with the end of it. But there we get a Legion caliber, which we can use to upgrade our Legion arm. I'm not going to do it on the Legion arm I'm using at the moment, because we do get a better one that I want to upgrade. So we need to fully upgrade a Legion arm. I'm going to turn my ass on. There we go. There's a butterfly up here, so I've just grabbed that one. We've done a red one already, but it's going to drop you a Motivity crank. I'll go through what those do shortly as well. So we need to fully upgrade a Legion arm, a normal weapon, and a special weapon. So keep that in mind. Don't spread too thin on your upgrades. Try and choose a path. Right, here's our next bonfire, as I'm always going to refer to it as. Stargazer. And this goes off in quite a few directions. Electric Blitz Abrasive. That can be applied to your weapon. And does the final boss in this area is actually weak to electric. So I'm just going to nip back to Hotel Krat, because I do have another hidden Moonstone. We just picked him up. So I'm going to use it, because I think we were one short at the end of the last one, and it just helps just keep your upgrades as tight as possible, because this game is really difficult on the story mode. No, definitely, you kind of feel like, or I'm definitely felt like I was getting a sloppier player, just not getting as good. So you do lose that. There's always that argument for an easy mode in Souls games, and this kind of proves it's not as rewarding playing through it like this. The last boss in this area particularly was or can be a bit of a sticking point, but it's just not. I think I heal once, and that's just a kind of a courtesy heal while fighting him. So what we're going to do first is go through this into this swamp, and that's corruption. It works like poison in most games. Your corruption bar fills up, and you'll slowly take damage until that bar wears off. You can use a purification amp that will get rid of status ailments. We have been picking those up. So this fight doesn't go as according to plan as I was hoping. It's just one of those messy ones. Sometimes you get... yeah, it just doesn't go well. Just not taking the damage. I'm trying to hit the one behind him as well. Annoying little doll puppet thing. Because they don't expressly say it at all in this game. I don't think they do. I always forget that we're actually playing as Pinocchio. They don't actually use his name, unless I'm mistaken. Oh, he's got stuck. That's good. Let's just get rid of him. There we go. Right. So all we're in here for is some upgrade materials. There's nothing else. This is a dead end. Where's that bloody puppet? It's gone around there. Right, we're going to go round this way round and just collect everything up. I'm going to poison myself on purpose in a minute, because it's just easier to heal through it and just collect everything and do this area rather than messing around trying to wait for that corruption to go down. So I am skirting the edges now. So there is a butterfly coming up. It's off to the right hand side, right at the other end between the two pipes. So don't worry, you're not going to hit it just yet. If you do miss a butterfly, obviously just go and rest at a Stargazer and it will come back. Yeah, here I'm waiting. Shall I just wait for this to wear off? I thought, no, I'll just poison myself. Let's get this over with. Because we're right next to a Stargazer, we'll just rest again. It's not a problem. So it's going to appear in between the two pipes here. So quickly get rid of that. You're going to have some really annoying crawling enemies fall down. These guys are just more annoyance than anything. So just try and get rid of them. There we go. Right, let's go and get to what we're actually here for, which is another hidden Moonstone. Yes, we're getting a lot of these, but I want to make sure we've got enough upgrade materials to make sure we can go all the way up, and gives you a bit of option to sort of switch weapons as well, so you're not restricted. feeling like you don't have enough to move on and change weapons, which you can do, obviously. We're going to get plenty of these hidden moonstones. I think, was it the last upgrade I just did? I don't actually need hidden moonstones anymore. We need to go into the next level up anyway. So it is the base one, the first 3, I think it is. So just doing a few upgrades here. Vitality, Vigor is all I can afford at the moment. So a bit more health and a bit more stamina. They're the staples. Do not run. Well, you can run all the way forward here if you want. But what here? Listen out, Jesus Christ! Listen out to the right hand side. Yeah, there's a ball coming. Again, very Souls-like. I think that's been in most Souls games, hasn't it? Some sort of ball rolling across. So we're going to go this way first because this is a dead end. Watch out, there is one here. But stay in these little gullies, these little alcoves to hide from it. And they'll just keep rolling at the same time, or the same sort of break in between. And we're just trying to make it to the other end. There will be 2 shortcuts, or 2 different entrances as well. And there is a chest right at the end. So get rid of this one. This one's going to get ploughed out. It never gets boring. Always satisfying to watch enemies get hit by ball there. And you can see they're getting hit because it's on fire. They're getting hit with that status ailment. That Salamander Dagger that we got at the start will do what this is doing. It will set enemies on fire. So if you want to start using something like that, then yeah, go for it. You will need to change your upgrade path though, of what stats you put in. So do keep an eye on which it scales with best when you change a weapon. Is it Motivity? Or what have you. Right, there you can see there's a big boss and a shortcut. I've just opened that shortcut for later. I'm just going to show you exactly where we are now. So I'm grabbing this, another hidden moonstone. They're not so well hidden, these, are they? But there we go. Yeah, so there's where we started. So you can come up this ladder now if you die for whatever reason. And you can carry on. And there's some doors here to the right. We will open those later as well to complete the loop. So carrying on past the ball. There's going to be an enemy bust through the wall here. He shouldn't get you. But before we actually carry on, and as I remember, yes, there we go, remembered, there is a chest at the end here, another normal weapon. So you can see there's 29 normal weapons. So that's a hell of a lot, isn't it? Really. Plus the special weapons. So there's lots of different combinations of handles and whatever you can go through. You're not restricted to any given handle because of its scaling, because of the crank that we got earlier on. I'm going to show you how those work afterwards, but we're able to change the scaling using one of those, or upgrade it, let's say. So, got that fire axe, and then we're going to go down here and speak to these 2 NPCs. Obviously, I'm going to cut the dialogue out, so speak to Red Fox first. He's got lots to say. These are actually friendly. We're going to see these guys through to the end. And then speak to Black Cat. And eventually he's going to ask you if you want to buy the book, so do so. It's 500, you should have more than enough. If not, come back and grab it as soon as you can. Another Venigni guide there. So these guys are good. They're going to stay with us, help us out here and there. And the most important thing is if you are friendly with them, you don't have to fight them at the end of the game, which means we skip 2 boss fights. Always nice. So don't go left, go right. And we're going to open up our first Trinity Sanctum. So when we answered the phone, did that riddle at the end of the last video, we got a Trinity key. Obviously a Trinity key will open up a Trinity Sanctum. There's 5 in the game. It's all one big side quest essentially. You do get upgrade stuff from doing these. Not just upgrade materials, there's also costumes and things. So I'm just showing you, I don't know why I go down here, but I'm trying to show you where we are. Where we fought Sellsword Luit, or the double shielded guy. Is it even pronounced Luit in Dark Souls? Or is it Luet? Anyway. That's where we fought him. So there's always that shortcut now as well. It's not. It was a pretty useless shortcut, to be honest. You're never going to use that. It's a bit of a weird one. But opening up, using the Trinity key there. It's all very Alan Wake feeling when you come in here. It's a bit strange. But you're going to rip this safe open. You're going to get the Blue Blood's Tailcoat, which I'm going to equip straight away because it's probably my favourite costume in the game. And you're also going to get a piece of Quartz, which we can use to upgrade our P-Organ. Yeah, so these outfits don't matter whatsoever. So unless you want to just look amazing like I do right now, then it doesn't matter if you change costumes or not. Yeah, so go for whatever you like. More crawling ones, again, really annoying more than anything. And there's 3 of them on the ceiling. You have to kind of get close to them for them to drop down. That's the, and they jump towards you, but they do. Some of them do a weird thrashing attack, which you kind of get stuck in. So they're usually around near other enemies. Speaking of enemies, I'm going to run here and grab and just open this up. So you can do that, but I think my iframes ran out just as his shovel came down there, so it wasn't the best. But you can see he has he's hitting me with overheat, so I'm hitting him quickly. He's actually quite an easy enemy, this guy, just make it look difficult. I've got pretty much all of his life down now, and it still takes a while. So I got hit with overheat there, it built up and I was on fire essentially. A pretty cool little mechanic is that if you... I've tried to dodge past, that didn't work either. If you just do a few dodges, as in stop, drop and roll kind of thing, you put the fire out, which you can see me do again now. So you can see it's going down. So yeah, instead of air and oxygen fueling the fire, it actually puts it out, which is nice. So another amulet there. Hit this switch as well, that's important. The amulet is... it means your weapons don't take as much damage, you know, in the bottom right hand corner. It's not really worth putting on unless for a specific boss or something like that. So yeah, hit that switch and we're just going to go up and hit another switch here. It basically drains this pool here where this puppet of the future is, the big boss. So we can go down and fight it. And this one opens up this shortcut here, which leads to the beginning of the level where I showed you that puppet, the big one with the wheel hitting the floor. That's where he is. So you can go right to the beginning of the level and use that Stargazer if you want to sort of carry on in a minute. But before we do that, if you need to go back, you can run across that pipe, run past the enemies, or go to any of the other Stargazers. We're going to do a quick little mini boss now. It's an NPC one. It shouldn't pose much difficulty unless you don't have any heals left, in which case do run back and do that. So there's a note there. There's going to be 2 puppets that will drop down here. You can try and separate them if you want. Always nice to get them lined up. Get that dash through. And then up here there's another note, Doctor's Confession. And then we're going to go down here and do our boss fight. So it's called just Survivor. It's just an NPC boss fight. Simple stuff really. But talk to him. He's going to go a little crazy and attack you. That there that he's doing is called Stalker's Promise, which is a gesture which we are going to get from beating this guy. It's the main reason for doing this guy. He's quite easy to get behind because of his attacks. There you can see I'm getting right up behind him. There we go. So he does do a lot of dashing. You can try and obviously do your perfect blocks with him. I'm actually getting a couple here. This is working out well. Oh no, it's all gone. Oh god, it's all gone wrong. Yeah, you can see my weapon is about to break as well because I've not been keeping care of it. Or taking care of it, should I say. Oh my god, this is going well. Yeah, you can see how little damage he actually does on this difficulty. You just kind of casually walk around him, give him another backstab. Should not pose any problems unless, like that's about to happen with me, your weapon is about to break. There we go. So you can use this table in the middle if that happens to you. Weapon durability. That'll do for now. Let's hit him with a I think I go for it. Or maybe I don't and save it. I think I save it actually, my Fable Art. So you can see there's an L1 triangle Fable Art as well on these. They take up just one Fable Art slot. So there you will get the gesture from beating him, by the way. And that will open up this shortcut that we did before. So that leads back to the Stargazer near the pipes. If you want to grab that before we go down, you can come back and do this straight away. But this is an easy boss. It's not difficult whatsoever. You should be able to do this without getting hit if you know what you're doing. Like most giants, just watch out for the feet and the slam. If you stay in the middle, the balls can't get you. That was a weird thing to say. But it's just going to do slams, which you can just dodge out the way of. Sometimes he'll do a double one, which I think he does get me with. But just keep hitting him with charges. Yeah, so the single L1 triangle, which just lit up again. For this weapon, it's the handle. It's a special kind of parry attack, or if you do a special block, the next attack does a lot of damage, or it's a powerful attack, something like that. I don't use it that often. I don't use the handle ones at all, but this is where you would... Oh, there we go. This is where you would switch handles, because that changes, but you keep the blade one, if that makes sense. So my triple one would stay, and I will be able to get a new blade one. I'd rather just save up for the triple one every time, to be honest. So yeah, nearly done with this one. Yeah, when it does that in the middle, you know you've got him, because you can just stay in the middle, do a bunch of damage, very easy. You're going to get some more Quartz and a Radiant Ergo chunk, and then scattered around the edges is some more items, there's hidden Moonstones, and then at the end is another weapon, a normal weapon, the Booster Glaive, or Glaive should I say. It's got a good handle on it if you wanted to change it. It does scale on what we're scaling with at the moment. So do have a play around. If you're on the harder difficulties, definitely play around with the weapons. It makes a lot more difference. A lot more difference? That's not the correct term, is it? Anyway, going up the ladder. And we've basically come full circle. So I'm going to just poke my head down here. So this is right at the beginning of the area where that guy was slamming in the floor. So you can use that Stargazer now if you want to run past and carry on. You don't need to run past and get it now. We're going to go to a new Stargazer actually. But if you have any problems in this area before you get to it, then that's where you need to go. You shouldn't do, because you've got one enemy here, and then we're going to go and get it. So another hidden Moonstone. Leave this one for now, the big fire guy. We don't have to deal with him just yet. We're going to meet Venigni finally, who is a very helpful NPC and will come back to Hotel Krat afterwards. But we're going to go open up the Stargazer or activate it, and then speak to him. And when you speak to him, exhaust his dialogue. He's for two reasons. So I'm just leveling up before we go. Vigor and technique. Capacity's okay for now, I think. So I'm going to leave that. But I've got a whole load of points to put in here. So yeah, exhaust the dialogue with Venigni. I'm going to obviously skip it. But you accept a side quest, quotation marks. I don't know why I did air quotes. You can't see it. And you'll also get the fear gesture. He basically wants you to find his servant is the word I'm thinking of. His servant puppet, which is after the boss that we're about to do. So we need to make sure we interact with that to sort of finish the side mission. So staying along the top here. So these sort of the top of the building, what we're thinking of, girders is what we're thinking of. So the double shielded enemy that we fought before, the technique crank, we're going to use that shortly. Imagine fighting one of those on some high up girders like we're on now, because we do have to do that. Kind of. We can actually avoid it, but it's a bit of a pain. So, going around here, staying up top. Doesn't matter if you drop down, you can get back up here if you need to. There's just a few items. And in the corner... No, where are you going? Not that corner. There you go. Over in the opposite corner is another book. Just watch out for the fire, guys. One did hit me before. Just try and keep moving. There we go. Another note. So drop down, get these two. Yeah, that went well. Or three, should I say. Mainly the two that are throwing stuff at us. Out of the way before we fight the fire elite guy. Which we will do now. So, should know what to do with the... Well, you should know. Apparently I should know as well. I shouldn't get hit with these sort of easy to avoid attacks. It might be best to sort of build up your Fable Art, so your blue bar. Don't use it on this guy because we've got a boss coming straight up and it's best just to save it for that. So back away when it does that. It puts the spade in the floor. Oh my god, he got a perfect... Oh no. Oh, we're actually doing well. Yeah, you definitely play this game differently, and difficulty, it feels like a completely different game. It's like an action game here, you know, you're just kind of doing what you want, where it's a lot more difficult on other difficulties. I know that sentence doesn't really make sense, or does make sense. So, we got another converter here. It's good against fire, so I'm going to keep it on because the next boss, or I'm going to change to it. The next boss is called King's Flame Fuoco. Yep, that name at the top. It's Italian, so I'm going to definitely pronounce it wrong. His main thing is fire, so having a bit of extra defense is good. You can go and rest if you need to before doing the boss. But I'm going to just stick a far fragment is what I was going to say, but a star fragment in here. Skip the cutscene, we're going to go straight into it. On this difficulty will not pose any problems at all. So you'll have help from a Spectre. It's just going to come running towards you, and when it does that, it just runs. So you can get behind it, do a bunch of damage, hit it with your Fable Art, which is why I saved it up. Get a load of damage out of the way. And it just does really obvious to see attacks. And I'm not even going to really bother dodging them, because of how little damage it really does. Just try and do as much damage as you can, because it does focus quite a lot on the Spectre. So the Spectre has a high chance of dying on this one. So just do as much damage as you can while the Spectre's around. When it does this, back away, or, well, good luck backing away, it's going to set you on fire. Just dodge through it and put the fire out easy enough. This guy is weak to electric, acid, etc. So if you have any of those, you want to put them on your weapon using the abrasives that we've been finding, feel free to do so. But you can see here, we just don't need to. Just keep going, attacking, and you're going to beat it quite quickly and get the King's Flame trophy. A high-powered flame amplifier, which we will be able to make another Legion arm with. Obviously his Ergo, do not use that. And the flame grindstone, which we will add later on potentially. But the most important thing here is come over here and interact with this broken puppet. This is Venigni's puppet, the side quest, the second part to it. So make sure you kind of just acknowledge that, interact with it, listen to the dialogue, and then we can move on and go back to Hotel Krat and do a bit of cleanup before joining the two chapters together and leaving it there. So yeah, we're pretty much done on this one. I know we've got 9 minutes left, or 10 minutes left, but yeah, it's just clean up and getting to the next area, which is quite quick. So going back now, going back to the hotel, we have our servant puppet. I'm just checking something there, so just skip that out of the way. Puccinella. So speak to him. He's going to sell you stuff. So he sells all these different cranks, or he has one of each that we've been picking up, and he also has one of the abrasives at the end there. Don't need any of them. If you want to buy them, feel free. I don't need any. So I'm skipping dialogue. He's going to give us the grinder modification tool, which means we can add status ailments to our grindstone. I don't really use them. You can. I'll show you in a minute what we're doing. But keep talking to him. And then eventually you're going to get the option to talk to him through the menu. So do talk and then ask about Pulcinella. And he's going to give you the swagger gesture. So just keep talking to him until you give it. It's part of that Pulcinella quest that we did. So you should be able to get that now. And then we're able to switch the grinder. So you put this on your weapon. Essentially, when you use your grindstone, you are going to imbue your weapon with fire. It lasts about 40 seconds, something like that. I don't particularly care for it or use it. If you want to obviously use it against certain bosses, I'll let you know if they're weak to fire or whatever. We only have a fire one at the moment. Then feel free, obviously, to use it. But I don't. It's not necessary on this difficulty. So I'm going across to Falconize. You can't see it. It's the last Legion Arm. That is the one that I want, but unfortunately we can't buy it. We can only buy this one. Flameberg, something like that. Flamberg. So buy that one. We use the what we've just got from the boss to make that one. So you can switch to it if you want, but it is an A in advance, which is the elemental upgrade path, which we're not using. It's the same as the dagger. It's not very good with what we're on at the moment, so I'm just going to I've not been using it, have I? So unless you want to, then go for it. But yeah, you can switch around handles and stuff, and then the cranks that we've been getting allow you to alter your crank. So doing this now, I'm going to use the technique crank that we got, is going to change our attack, our technique from B to A on the right hand side there now. So we are now a scaling weapon on technique with what we've got. So you can change, so if you change your handle, you can change the scaling using cranks in that menu now. Hopefully that made sense. It should do. So if you have something that scales with Motivity and you want to sort of use it with the technique stuff that we're doing, go and put a technique handle, or crank should I say, on the handle, and away you go. So I'm going to activate a bit more P organ here. Personally, I'm going to go for an extra Fable slot. You can go for the other two if you wish. This does not matter. You don't need to follow where I'm going on these upgrade paths. We just need to get to the end of it. So to the last one over there, phase 5. So just go through these and have a look which one you think is best. I think I do guard, regain, recovery at the top on this last one, because I think it is. That's a good one as well. Damage while dodging, guard, regain, recovery when attacking. So if I block, I'm now going to get slightly more health back when I attack back. And this is going to open up phase 2 now. So we now have phase 2 slots that we get, and phase 2 upgrades that we can put into those slots, which we don't have any quartz left, so we can't do that now, but we will do next time we have some quartz. Let's carry on. I'm just going to upgrade here with Sophia, and then we're going to go and run through to the next area of the game nice and quick. So I'm just going through dialogue. Whenever there's a bit of blue dialogue, speak to them. If I do, I will put a caveat on that. If I don't do the blue dialogue or haven't done it yet, don't do it yourself. So if I'm going to speak to them like I just did then, do it. But if you go here without me, so if you, let's say you go back to Hotel Krat for whatever reason, in between when I've gone, then don't speak to anyone in case you sort of mess up a side quest or something. There's a lot of missable stuff towards the end of the game, so just keep an eye out on that. If I speak to them, you speak to them. If not, leave them. So we're leaving Venigni Works, so we've gone back to where we fought the boss. And we are going to leave. And the area is going to change completely. We're going to go outside again. So a new thing here, explosive barrels there. You can use them. You can throw stuff at them. The sawtooths or whatever. Sawtooth, is that right? I feel like that's a Horizon thing. Never mind. They do explode. You do lock onto them as well, which is a bit annoying if there's enemies nearby. So just be careful of that. If there's an enemy next to a explosive barrel, you will potentially lock onto the barrel and attack the barrel instead. Nice little hidden one here. Of course, the big red light, and red means boom because video game language, and we're about to find that out with this guy. There we go. Sets him on fire nicely as well. There's a second one. Oh, we have a right. Yeah. I don't know what went on with the camera then. But yeah, it didn't like that at all. So we're going to go into this big mine area now. Or it's not that big. It's still pretty small to be honest. But it's opened up. Got a few enemies knocking about. There you can see that I locked onto the barrel. Even though I really didn't want to. You've got a few guys chucking things, so just wait until it's clear and then run across. Again, switching onto the barrel. Oh, nearly. And then climbing all the way up at the top here, there's going to be a chest with yet another weapon. So that fourth Fable Art bar is going to come in handy as well. Because you sort of charge past, you can charge past your 3-bar attack now and have one in the bank ready for your next one, which is good. So yeah, we've got the big pipe there, and then we're going to get a new upgrade material now, the Dark Moonstone of the Covenant. Okay. Dark Moonstone. They're just trying to follow the Dark Souls convention of naming. It just seemed a bit awkward that. But yeah, go through here. I'll let this guy smash it open. And at the bottom here, you're going to find one. So this upgrade material is used for boss weapons, special weapons. So that one that we got at the start of the game, you can now start to use that big one if you wish. You will be able to upgrade it. And any boss weapons that we will start making soon-ish. So all those souls we've been hiding or keeping hold of and not using, hopefully we'll be able to use those soon. Another one of these guys. Yes, I know. So I did use it. I hate these ones. They're just annoying more than anything. They're not difficult because they're quite slow. So yeah, I'm getting more health. Whoops. No, having said that. More health back every time I attack after blocking now. Or if I do block, apparently. There we go. There is a save point, not save point. We're going to get a carrier's amulet from this one anyway. There is Stargazer up here, and that's the end of this one that we're doing. So that amulet we just got, if you equip that, it allows you to carry more without going over the thresholds. So it's not very particularly good. Havel's ring, basically. Not anything we will use. So going on to here, Stargazer, do a bit of leveling if you can. Where am I going to go? Yeah, I'll just do some more damage, so I'm going to do it in there. And yeah, moving on to the next area after this. So that's the end of this one. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.